My fiancée vanished 2 weeks before our wedding, calling it a last taste of freedom. No calls. No updates. I didn't chase her. I just made one quiet decision. When she came back angry, the wedding wasn't the only thing missing. I'm 32, been with my fiancée for almost 5 years. We got engaged 18 months ago. Everything seemed on track. Venue booked, invitations sent, honeymoon planned. We've been living together for 3 years in a condo I bought before we met. She moved in after year 2 of dating. 2 weeks before the wedding, she came home from work acting strange, distant. When I asked what was wrong, she said she needed to talk. We sat down at the kitchen table. She wouldn't look at me. I need some time away. Away? The wedding's in 2 weeks. I know. That's why I need this. Need what? Space. Time to myself. One last taste of freedom before everything changes. I stared at her. Freedom from what? From this. From us. From the routine. I just need to know I'm making the right choice. You're having doubts? No. Not doubts exactly. I just need to be sure. And I can't be sure if I don't take this time. How much time? I don't know. A week. Maybe 10 days. We're getting married in 14 days. I know. Where are you going? I'd rather not say. I just need to be alone with my thoughts. This is insane. You can't just disappear right before our wedding. I can and I am. I've already packed a bag. And she had. I noticed it then, sitting by the door. She'd planned this before even telling me. So you're just leaving. No discussion. No compromise. There's nothing to discuss. I need this. If you love me, you'll understand. And if I don't understand? She finally looked at me. Then maybe we shouldn't be getting married. She grabbed her bag and left. Just like that. No hug. No kiss. No promise to call. She walked out, and I sat there in silence for an hour, trying to process what happened. Update 1. The first 3 days were hell. I kept expecting her to call, to text, to reach out somehow. Nothing. Complete radio silence. I called her twice. Both went straight to voicemail. I texted asking if she was safe. No response. I told my best friend what happened. He was furious on my behalf. She just left? 2 weeks before the wedding. Yeah. And she won't even tell you where she is? Nope. Man, that's messed up. What are you going to do? I don't know. But I did know. I was hurt. Angry. Embarrassed. And I started thinking clearly for the first time in days. Day 4. I called the wedding venue. I need to cancel the wedding. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Is everything all right? Not really. Can I get a refund? Let me check your contract. Unfortunately, you're within the 2-week window. The deposit is non-refundable, but we can refund 40% of the remaining balance. Fine. Cancel it. Are you sure? This is very last minute. I'm sure. I hung up and called the caterer. Same conversation. Then the photographer. The DJ. The florist. One by one, I canceled everything. Some were understanding. Some were annoyed. I didn't care. Then I called my family. My parents were shocked. She just left. Yes, Mom. Where did she go? I don't know. She wouldn't tell me. This is unacceptable. You can't treat someone like this. I know. What are you going to do? I already canceled the wedding. Silence on the other end. You canceled it? Without talking to her. She's not talking to me. She left. I made a decision. But what if she comes back and wants to work things out? Then she should have thought about that before disappearing. My dad got on the phone. You did the right thing, son. You can't marry someone who treats you like this. Thanks, Dad. I spent the next 2 days calling guests. Most were supportive. A few thought I was overreacting. Her family was a different story. Her mother called me, furious. What do you mean you canceled the wedding? Exactly that. There's no wedding. You can't do that. She just needs a little time. She abandoned me 2 weeks before we were supposed to get married. I'm not waiting around to see if she changes her mind. You're being selfish. I'm being selfish? She's the one who left. She's confused. She's scared. That's normal. No, it's not normal. Normal is talking to your partner. Normal is working through doubts together. This is not normal. If you loved her, if she loved me, she wouldn't have left. I hung up. Blocked her mother's number. Update 2. Day 7. Still nothing from her. I was past the anger now. Just numb. I started packing her things. Clothes, books, toiletries. Everything. Put them in boxes and stacked them in the spare bedroom. My friend came over to check on me. How are you holding up? I'm fine. You don't look fine. I'm functional. That's enough. Have you heard from her? No. Are you going to try calling again? No. What if she comes back? Then she'll find her stuff packed and a very different situation than she left. You're really done, aren't you? I'm really done. He helped me move some furniture around. We grabbed dinner. Watched a game. Normal stuff. It helped. Day 9. I got a call from the jeweler. The custom wedding bands were ready for pickup. Would you still like to collect them? No. Can I get a refund? I'm afraid not. They're custom engraved. Right. I'll come get them then. I picked them up that afternoon. Looked at them for about 30 seconds. Then put them in a drawer and tried not to think about it. Day 11. My lawyer called. I'd reached out to him on day 5. I've drafted the paperwork. Since you're not married yet, it's straightforward. You'll need her to sign some documents regarding her belongings and any shared assets. We don't have shared assets. The condo is mine. Car is mine. Furniture is mostly mine. Even better, I'll send over the documents. Have her sign them when she surfaces. Thanks. I felt relief. Having a plan helped. Update 3. Day 13. She finally called. I was at work when my phone rang. Her name on the screen. I stepped outside to take it. Hello. Hey. It's me. I know. How are you? How am I? Are you serious right now? I know you're upset. Upset doesn't begin to cover it. I'm sorry I didn't call. I needed to completely disconnect. For 13 days. Right before our wedding. About that. There is no wedding. I canceled it. Silence. You what? I canceled the wedding. The venue. The caterer. The photographer. Everything. You had no right. I had every right. You abandoned me. I made a decision. I didn't abandon you. You left without a word. Wouldn't tell me where you were going. Wouldn't answer calls or texts. What would you call that? I needed space. Space is a weekend away. Space is a few days at your parents' house. Space is not disappearing for 2 weeks right before your wedding. I was coming back tomorrow. I was going to be back in time. For what? The wedding I canceled? You canceled our wedding without even talking to me? You left without even talking to me. She started crying. I felt nothing. Where are you? She asked. At work. Can I come to the condo? It's my condo. But yes, you need to come get your things anyway. My things. I packed them. They're in the spare bedroom. You packed my stuff? Yes. So that's it. We're done. Yes. You're not even going to try to work this out. You had 13 days to work this out. You chose not to. I choose you. Past tense. You chose yourself. I'm choosing myself now. Please. Can we just talk when I get there? There's nothing to talk about. Get your stuff and leave your key. I hung up. Update 4. She showed up at the condo around 6 p.m. I'd gotten home an hour earlier. Her boxes were stacked neatly in the spare room. I'd also drafted a simple agreement for her to sign acknowledging she was taking her belongings and had no claim to the property. When she walked in, she looked rough, like she'd been crying for hours. Part of me wanted to care. Most of me didn't. Hey. Hi. Can we sit down and talk? No. Your stuff's in the spare room. There's also a document I need you to sign. A document. Just confirming you're taking your belongings and have no claim to this property or any of my assets. Are you serious? Completely. She looked at me like I was a stranger. What happened to you? You left. I adapted. I came back. Too late. It's only been 13 days. 13 days where I canceled our wedding, dealt with disappointed family and friends, packed your things, and consulted a lawyer. 13 very productive days. You consulted a lawyer? I did. She sat down on the couch without invitation, put her face in her hands. I made a mistake. I see that now. I was scared and I ran. But I'm here now. I want to fix this. There's nothing to fix. It's over. You don't mean that. I absolutely mean that. What about everything we've been through? 5 years together? That doesn't mean anything. It meant something. Right up until you walked out that door. People make mistakes. Mistakes are forgetting an anniversary. Mistakes are saying something in anger. What you did wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. You chose to leave. I'm choosing to move on. She stood up, angry now. You're being cruel. I'm being honest. You're punishing me. I'm protecting myself. From what? From someone who thinks it's acceptable to disappear right before our wedding. From someone who values freedom more than commitment. From someone who, when things got real, ran away instead of talking to me. I'm here now. I'm talking now. Now doesn't matter. Then mattered. And you weren't there. She started pacing. So what? You just stopped loving me. Just like that. Love doesn't vanish overnight. But respect does. And I don't respect someone who treats me like this. That's not fair. Life's not fair. You taught me that. She grabbed one of the boxes from the spare room, started loading her car. Took her 3 trips. I didn't help. Just sat on the couch and watched. When she finished, she stood at the door. I'm not signing that document. Then I'll have my lawyer handle it. You're really going to lawyer up over this? If I have to. She left the key on the counter and walked out. I locked the door behind her and felt lighter than I had in 2 weeks. Update 5. The next few days were quiet. She texted a few times asking to talk. I didn't respond. Her mother called again from a different number. I didn't answer. My parents checked in regularly. My mom was worried I was too cold, too harsh. My dad said I was handling it exactly right. She disrespected you. You don't reward that with patience. Friends were split. Some thought I overreacted. Most thought I did what I had to do. 3 weeks after she left, I got a message from her best friend. I know it's not my place, but she's really struggling. She knows she messed up. Is there any chance you'd be willing to meet with her? No. She really loves you. She has a strange way of showing it. People make mistakes when they're scared, and people face consequences when they hurt others. You're really not going to give her another chance? I'm really not. That seemed to be the end of it, until a month later when I saw her at a mutual friend's party. I almost didn't go, but I wasn't going to let her control my social life. She was there with someone, a guy I didn't recognize. She saw me, and her face went pale. I nodded politely and moved to the other side of the room. Later, she cornered me in the kitchen. Can we talk? I don't think that's a good idea. Please. Just 5 minutes. Fine. 5 minutes. We stepped outside onto the patio. I'm sorry. For everything. I handled it all wrong. Okay. Is that all you have to say? What do you want me to say? I don't know. Something. Anything. You're so cold now. You made me this way. That's not fair. You keep saying that. But it is fair. Actions have consequences. I loved you. Loved. Past tense. I still love you. Then you should have acted like it. Who's the guy? I asked, changing the subject. Just a friend. Looked like more than a friend. Does it matter? Not to me. She looked hurt. You really don't care at all, do you? I cared. A lot. Right up until you left. Now, I'm indifferent. And honestly, that's worse than hating you. She started crying. I didn't comfort her. I should go, I said. Wait. Do you ever think about what could have been? If I hadn't left? No. Because you did leave. And that's all that matters. I walked back inside and didn't look back. Final update. It's been 6 months. I'm doing well. Better than I expected, honestly. I've been dating casually, focusing on work, spending time with friends and family. The condo feels like mine again. I heard through mutual friends that she got engaged to the guy from the party. For months after our canceled wedding. Some people said it was a rebound. Others said she'd found real love. I didn't care either way. My mom asked if I had any regrets. About what? Ending things so quickly. Not giving her a second chance. None. Not even a little. Not even a little. She showed me who she was. I believed her. I ran into her one last time at a coffee shop. She was alone, looked tired. Hey. Hey. How are you? Good. You. Okay. I heard you're engaged. Congratulations. Thanks. Awkward silence. I really am sorry, she said, for how everything went down. I know. Do you forgive me? I've moved on. That's better than forgiveness. I hope you find someone who deserves you. I hope you find what you're looking for. She left. I finished my coffee and went on with my day. Edit. Some people have asked if I regret canceling the wedding so quickly. I don't. She left without a word, without a timeline, without any consideration for what it would do to me or our plans. I made a decision based on the information I had. She was gone, unreachable, and had prioritized her freedom over our relationship. I stand by that decision. Edit 2. For those wondering about the legal document, she eventually signed it through her lawyer. No drama, just paperwork. We're fully separated now, no ties remaining.